Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Eric, the director of Inspire Fit Resorts. Just want to check in with you today and say hello. Today, I'd like to talk just a little bit about diet, dietary habits, and as far as just like what's important, right? People, when you hear the word diet, it's like synonymous with a diet or a program, right? The one-size-fits-all approach where, all of a sudden you can't eat carbs and all you can have is lean beef, or, you got to keep everything in a zone. So, anyway, that's one approach, right? That one size fits all, and these do yield results. They're generally all off the same format, though, right? So it's increase your physical activity, cut something out, which in essence is just decreasing your overall calories you're taking in, and that's the old adage that everyone uses, right? Calories in, calories out. Well, because it's simple. If you take in excess calories, you end up gaining weight, right? And if you decrease your calories, the theory is then you lose weight. Well, it's true. You will lose weight, and it'll get to a certain point, and, maybe if you need to lose 35, 40 pounds, you'll lose about 20 of them, and then you'll be stuck there. So, diet really isn't the best way to focus on things, right? It should be more about focusing on a lifestyle change, okay? So, looking at a lifestyle change, that incorporates, or that word itself encompasses a lot more than just food, okay? Exercise is obviously incorporated in there. Mindset is a big part of it. Your social support network, your daily habits and what you do, whether you take the stairs at work or take the elevator, all those little suggestions that you always get on like health tips and stuff from clinics. That stuff does have an impact. And going back to the calories in, calories out, so a lot of these diets, just straight diet, is like the notion is, increase the exercise, cut something out, and then you lose weight. Well, they all have just about the same result. Well, people will lose weight and then they end up gaining it back, right? And we saw that with like the low carb diets, and there's various examples. But why they are successful is because they take a pretty straightforward element, which is just decreasing the overall caloric intake. So if you're at one point you'd like to drop down to another, you decrease your overall caloric intake. And this is assuming a couple of things, like one, that you're sedentary, two, that you have a very poor diet to begin with, So that's how these are all successful, and that's how they all show like this dramatic weight loss in a short period of time, right? And they all have that same thing. But then, what do they also share in common? Is that you end up gaining the weight back once you go into a normal dietary habits or back to your old routine. So, as far as dieting and making any kind of change, whether you're trying to come up or down, it's all about lifestyle change, okay? And understanding that the decisions that you make, so either increasing your overall volume of work and exercising more and trying to improve the quality of the foods you eat in order to lose weight, or, trying to do some more strength training and try to eat higher calorie-dense foods to try and gain weight, for those of you who want to do that. It's all about the lifestyle change, and whatever you want to see, cosmetically, or however you want to feel, or whatever you want your lab test results from your blood work to come back as, you have to understand that occurs with every day and every decision, right? It's not just the fact that you went out and had a blowout day with some friends and had some beers and chili cheese fries. That isn't what killed you, or that isn't what set you back, I should say. What sets you back is all the decisions throughout the week that you thought were okay, but weren't really okay. And so a lot of it comes to having bad education, for one, because, quite honestly, it behooves a lot of companies to give you poor education, right? Because if you think that this is the way in which you're going to lose weight and the way in which you're going to change your body and your life, well, they'll continue to keep selling products, right? And that's generally how diet products work. Look at, all the diet products that are on the shelves. Those things are flying off the shelves every day. And there's plenty of morbidly obese, and overweight people purchasing those products. Well, if they do what they say, why aren't all those people like swimsuit models? So, there's a lot of benefit and advantage to giving people misleading information, right? So what you need to do is understand, one, you're trying to make a lifestyle change. And then once you understand you're trying to make a lifestyle change, try and figure out what you're doing, or more importantly, really what you want to do, rather. what you'd want to do, and how you'd like to be, or how you'd like to feel, or what your goals are, and establish that. And then you say, okay, how do I get to those goals? How do I make those goals achievable? What are the first steps to do it? Then you have to say, okay, so it's not only just my diet. I can't just focus on the food in which I eat, but it's extremely important, right? Taking in high nutrient-dense foods that are good quality, that aren't processed and aren't simple foods that break down. Exercise, as far as increasing my overall activity, is that just taking a walk with the friends, or am I going to start joining the gym and going to weight training classes or spin classes, right? And then also, just like your mindset, are you mentally prepared? Do you have the mental health and wellness to do this, right? Because it's going to be, if you start pulling things out of your diet, one, you're going to have some withdrawal symptoms, and you're going to say, okay, I miss my sugary stuff, right? Two, it's also going to be, most people are doing or trying to make a change because they don't feel so great about themselves in the first place. So you're already battling that, right? So developing and getting a support system and getting yourself mentally prepared is another key to it, right? So taking all these elements and then trying to find out a diet and a routine that's directed towards your goals. So what you want to get accomplished for yourself, right? And then most importantly, taking 3 elements that are probably the keys to figuring out your right nutritional plan. Like, 1, does it increase your ability to do your activities? Are you more active in the gym? Are you faster? Are you stronger? Whatever you're going for, whatever your goals are, right? Do you feel more comfortable, walking the flight of stairs to work? 2, how the test results are coming back. When you go to the doctor and you get your blood drawn and he says your HDL's here and your LDL's here, right? Is that improving? So a diet and nutrition plan and exercise plan has to show that those are improving as well. And then lastly, the big one is how you see, or what you look like, right? Your aesthetics, or your body composition. Is that improving? Are those numbers decreasing, or are they going in the area in which you want them to be? So anyway, that's just my little words of advice about dieting, and more so, I would say, focusing on nutrition and a lifestyle change. I'll cover more of these topics in detail in the future, but just a quick quick snapshot I wanted to get out to you. So feel free to hit me up with questions through our Facebook page, or Twitter, or Pinterest, or whatever, any of those social medias. Anyway, thanks for your time, and have a great day.